Greetings, beloved. Welcome to this week's episode of The Printed Page in the Digital Age. I pray and I hope that the Lord has blessed you and that we've had a chance to follow these productions from the beginning, because on this particular episode of our programming, we are trying to ensure that you don't just miss the digital, but you also get the printed page. And with me today, as usual, my two colleagues, Mto and Tafazwa. Greetings and welcome, gentlemen.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Greetings, Melusi.
Good to have you, gentlemen, and it's always a pleasure to discuss very important topics. So today we have a very important subject matter.
Yes.
We're talking about what the body needs. I think in our last episode we talked about the different organs and systems of the body.
Yes.
But today we're focusing on the fuel, the food, the nutrition that these parts require. And we're talking about healthy juices. Mm-hmm. Now, Mto, one person once told me, health is everything. Without it, you have nothing. Tell us why it's important to feed and make sure our bodies are well hydrated and well nutritioned, if I can create my own word. We have proper nutrition for functioning. Why is health important?
Picking up from that statement you've just highlighted, I want just to emphasize to the viewers out there that health is wealth. Mm-hmm. Without good health, the richest man is poor. So in actual fact, what are we driving to? You will come to realize that in order for you to be able to perform your functions satisfactorily, your body should be in a good working order. And one thing that you realize for that requirement is for you to take in. Take in what? Usually most people are used to food that we eat.
Yes.
But little do people realize that what we drink also plays a pivotal role.
All right.
So in the whole journey, it is crucial for us to understand that drinking plays a pivotal role to ensure that we remain healthy. I can honestly put it this way. Drinking can be done by everyone. Take, for example, an infant. An infant can drink. Together with an elderly person without teeth, they can also drink. Those who are in hospital, struggling to take in solids, they can also drink. Not to mention you and me who are in good health but have a busy schedule. We also need to drink with the major aim of ensuring that our body is kept in a good working condition.
Yes. In fact, as you talk about drinking, I'm also reminded of a scripture in the Bible. I think it's Paul who wrote this scripture, 1 Corinthians chapter 10, verse 31. It says, so whatever you do, whether you eat or you drink or whatsoever you do, do it all to the glory of God.
True.
So drinking is not just a by the way sideline issue. Drinking is very important in the health of a person.
Indeed.
And as much as we eat, we should also drink. But we should also take note, what is it that you are drinking? Maybe you want to add here on this very overview of why health, why eat, and why drink.
Drinking is so important because of the function of what you are drinking in your system.
Yes.
Drinks can be there to detox. They can act as a detox or to cure or to help function body parts to function properly. I would like to take you back on the transition from 2020 to 2021.
Yes.
The president announced just before New Year that there won't be people will not be allowed to drink.
Yes.
To drink
alcohol.
Drink alcohol. And for the first time we had Chris Baragwanath trauma unit was empty.
Wow. Yes, I saw
it has never happened in Johannesburg that the whole ward was empty because people were told not to drink beer.
Yes.
So what you drink plays an important role either for good health or for bad health, for good decisions or bad decisions. So today we are going to be exploring why is it important to drink beverages which are good.
So this is very interesting. The fact that the whole casualty unit
was empty
of a provincial hospital, perhaps even a national one, they went empty. There were no beds occupied. Simply because the emergency, the pandemic of corona, made it impossible for people to actually drink beer. So what you drink, therefore, determines who you are.
It determines who you are, the decisions that you make, the choices that you make, and even the optimal function of your entire system. 70% of our body is water.
You know why I'm laughing? We used to grow up with people saying, your head is full of water.
Yes.
When in actual fact, they were right. Biologically, our bodies are largely water.
Yeah, they are largely water.
And so we need to drink a lot of water. Those who count, they say it's an average of about 8 glasses of water per day. But the best water you can drink is early in the morning.
Yes.
You know when you take your car to the garage, and they drain out the oil, before they put the new one, they put in what they call a washer fluid to rinse the engine. Cleanse it, dry it up, and then seal it, and then put the new oil. So today, gentlemen, we're talking about healthy juices. And we are saying, according to the book that you have, maybe tell us a little bit about the book that you already have, because that's where we take our title from, Healthy Juices. What is the book talking about, and what can our viewers expect if they are to buy such a book, and how do they benefit from this book?
Fortunately enough, Dr. George Pamplona, who I alluded to in the previous program we did, who authored the book Healthy Body, is the same author of this book also.
All right.
And in the whole journey, he sat down and said, look, people need to drink. And there are various items that they can do so in drinking. So you're looking at smoothies, shakes, infusions, and other healthy drinks. So to be able to do that, there needs to be a manual or a guideline on how to do that effectively. So fortunately enough, Healthy Juices takes you through a journey whereby you can actually drink for each organ.
Wow.
So you've got drink for the eyes, drink for the stomach, drinks for the liver, drinks for the, you name it.
Yes.
With the main aim to ensure that those organs we spoke about in Healthy Body are functioning properly in a bid for you to excel in all your activities.
You know, you remind me of a story we used to laugh at. Now that you're talking about drinking for each organ. So I could actually say, do you want a juice?
Yes.
And you'd ask which one. And you'd be like, orange, for which organ? So the story was that the guy goes to a rich man's house and he asks for water. Water.
Yes.
So the maid said, do you want cold or warm or tape? The guy said, no, I want tape. And then the maid said, do you want steel or you want the one with gas? Sparkling. He said, no, I want steel. And then the maid said, do you want with a bit of a lemon or without? The guy said, you can put a bit of a lemon. And then the lady went ahead, do you want ice? And the guy said, forget it, keep your water.
Such a procedure.
And so drinking is okay, but you need to know what you're drinking and what you're drinking it for.
Yes. And whilst you're still there, I want to re-emphasize one more thing. You need to understand that with this tool, you can turn your kitchen into a pharmacy.
All right.
Because over and above these organs that are being addressed, it is guiding you on how to reverse diseases.
All right.
Most of the diseases that we are facing are lifestyle related.
All right.
And they can be reversed by understanding how you can utilize drinks. And off the head, I can just point out a few. Most of our viewers are familiar with diabetes, high blood pressure, prostate cancer, colon cancer, constipation, the list goes on. And what this serves to do is to cover over 150 diseases on how they can be addressed through drinking.
Let me have this book. Healthy juices, smoothies, shakies, infusions, and healthy drinks. To our viewers out there, we talked about your healthy body. We talked about what you need for that healthy body. But today we're focusing on healthy juices. 150 diseases covered. Now, Tafadzwa, let's talk about the first organ that receives whatever you drink or whatever you eat. You have something interesting about how the stomach benefits from just drinking.
Walk us through that. For example, when people are having functions, when people are having a wedding, people are having a party at home, friends are visiting, we all buy drinks. But now, coming with this book, to the viewers out there, I would like to ask you a question. When you acquire all the drinks, or when you buy all the drinks, does it ring a bell in your mind? Is this going to bring health or is it going to help my system function, or we spend money to intoxicate ourselves with something which is carbonated water, additives which are harmful that can be changed to be free radicals in our system. So once we see what we drink, what we normally drink, the book then comes with alternatives that apart from taste, there are also health benefits. Particularly if you look at how our intestines function. We eat a lot of food, and in order for the food, it's transit time, to move out of through bowel movement, we need a lot of water.
All right.
And we need a lot of good juices. And particularly if you see at the prevalence of cancers in the world, the colorectal cancer or colon cancer is dominant because our system is not hydrated. That's why constipation is a disease which is affecting it's a condition which is affecting a lot of people. And a lot of people, the alternative that the people are getting is of laxatives. But however, if you just buy laxatives without changing your lifestyle of drinking with understanding, and I've always told people that there are two subjects in life that the most educated people are not familiar with, even uneducated. The issue of health and the issue of marriage.
Wow.
Now with this book, it gives you a guideline that if you are suffering, let's say for example, from constipation, this is the kind of juice that you need to drink. And when you drink this is what's happening in your system. You are now drinking not only for taste, but for health.
So the stomach receives everything that comes in.
Yes.
The meat, the vegetables, the pap, the bread, the cakes, the juices, the fizzy drinks. One little sachet or packet or container, all right, receives all of these things. I like it from what Dr. Tinashe Chikore presented a message. I think we'll put a tag on this video where he is teaching on a health seminar. He's a nutritionist, and he says, the stomach does not have eyes.
That's true. That's true.
It does not see that this is meat. It does not see that this is cauliflower, this is broccoli, this is beans. It doesn't have. The only eyes it has is it's looking for nutrition or nutrients that it can break down. And then prepare them for absorption. But when it comes to drinking, the stomach does not need a lot of water to digest the food. So when you eat a heavy meal and you pour water, what have you done to the stomach?
When you begin to chew, there are juices, hydrochloric acid, that is released by our system. But now if you eat and then you drink, what happens now is the drink that you are putting in your system, it neutralizes the gastric juices that are produced by your system, and therefore it slows digestion, and then even time that the food stays without being digested first, because the water has to be absorbed first.
And it needs to be heated up as well.
But now normally we like cold drinks and we just drink, so you can imagine the damage that will be happening there. And this is the analysis that I was doing at one time. I guess you're a Christian.
Yes.
I'm a Christian too. He's a Christian.
I mean, this guy says, I guess.
Most of our prayer requests, they are centered on health, relationships, and money. And these are the subjects, particularly health, that we do not want to take care of our system before the crisis hits. And apart from praying, we need to take care of ourselves, because eating or drinking, especially drinking without understanding what you are putting in your system, it has serious repercussions now or in the near future. Because what you just put, let's say for example, a fizzy drink. I was talking with a friend of mine and we were describing one fizzy drink. When they make it in the laboratory, it's about 10 teaspoons of sugar, carbonated water, colorants, and additives.
Yes.
So it's good for the taste, but it's bad for the liver. It's bad for the kidneys, and the system doesn't know what to do with. And then we put a whole burden on the liver and other internal processes, because the system doesn't. It has no benefit at all. But if you take your carrot juice and your apple and you mix together with other ingredients and drink, your system can recognize that at least today we are having nutrients. We are going to get good fat, good proteins, good vitamins, good carbohydrates, and then the system will be able to function because we are hydrating it with something which will benefit most of our organs within our system.
So the stomach does not have eyes, but it knows what is nutrition.
Yes.
So you'll be throwing in a lot of junk and it will be throwing it aside and saying, no, not the sugar, not the whatever. And you end up with a fatty acid, with all the oils we're eating in. And a simple test, I think the rule of thumb, I'm sure the book talks about this, the best way to get optimum benefit from these juices is to make sure you drink them when your stomach is empty.
Drinking them when the stomach is empty, early in the morning,
Even water itself, anything that's juicy, put it in the stomach when it's empty and there's no other disruptions. That's when you get the optimum absorption and use of that nutrient. But Nto, you've got something exciting about the benefits of drinking. Is it on the stomach? You want to add something on that?
With pleasure, with pleasure. There are two aspects I want to add.
Yeah.
Main one being that most people complain about the size of their stomach.
All right.
As we
call it.
You know, in the past as I was growing up, now that you point out umkaba, we grew up knowing that if you have mkaba.
No, you're talking to me and Tef now. You're excused.
I'm excused. As we grew up, if you had mkaba, we thought you were well off, you're wealthy, you're doing very well. You're looking very healthy.
I want you to talk to most men out there. Not only the two of us. Most men out there need to hear this.
Yes. And the reality is that science has proven that in actual fact, the more your stomach grows unproportionally to your body, indicates that you're actually not well. Yeah. So it's good enough for us to be frank with our viewers out there. That if you're walking around with a big belly, male or female, it's a cause of concern.
A big one.
Now it's one thing to speak about it, but I'm sure many out there are asking, what is the solution?
Yes.
Healthy juices in your home will solve the issue, because I got excited when I read the part about flattening the abdomen. Get this copy, you find it on page 298.
All right.
It empowers you in a sense whereby you'll be able to flatten your abdomen ideally. Not to mention the fact that one of the crisis the world is facing is obesity. And many are in a crisis because you realize that obese as you might be, certain ailments follow that.
Yeah, it's a given.
And I'm saying to you, there is a solution. If you have this in the custody of your home, page 322, it says losing weight in 3 days.
Losing weight
in 3 days.
3 days?
3.
By doing what?
That is why you should own this. And I'll be very frank with our listeners today. I will not go into the nitty-gritties as I did on Healthy Body.
All right.
However, I'm saying that understanding how your body works together with using healthy juices takes you a long way to ensure that you remain healthy.
Ideal weight.
Ideal weight.
You know, body mass index, BMI,
yes.
It's measured by the proportion of your height
very true.
To the proportion of your midsection.
100%.
So when you divide those numbers and you get a BMI that's looking towards 30 and above, it's a time bomb.
It's a time bomb.
And most people carry that excess weight in their colon.
They do.
An organ which is meant to be so well hydrated and not really clotted with a lot of junk in there.
100%.
It's an absorption space for extra water.
Yes.
But if there's not enough water coming through the system, that colon becomes so dry, there's not much mucus and storage. It stores water as well.
Yes.
And so whenever it now becomes dry and there's not much fluidity, sitting on the stool is painful.
It's painful. It's painful. And still on the stomach, I'll take a different angle now. One of the most common ailments that most viewers will relate to is stomach ulcers.
Yes.
Stomach ulcers are very common.
That's very correct. And people actually pride themselves to say, I don't eat this food because of my ulcer.
My ulcer. So fortunately enough, having this in the custody of your home will allow you to heal that ulcer.
Really?
And I'll just give you just a hint on the drive line to that. I mean, some time back in South Africa, there's a gentleman who was suffering from a stomach ulcer. It was so bad, blood was coming out from his stool.
Sure.
Are you aware that an ulcer can actually bleed?
It does that, yeah. Because it's an internal wound.
It's an internal wound.
Yeah,
it's an internal wound.
Yeah.
So unfortunately, what struck him the most is the cost he would incur for the operation for that ulcer. Piles of medication, but nothing was coming right. You come across what you're going to find in this book under ulcers.
All right.
And I'll just give you a snippet.
Yeah.
One of the aspects that is always on your shelf and actually costs less than 10 rand is a cabbage.
That big thing.
Cabbage. Yes.
That people say, I don't eat cabbage. I don't eat like a rat.
It's one of the ingredients. It's one of the ingredients. You'll see the rest of the ingredients when you invest into this book.
All right.
All you had to do was to peel out the outer green. As you go inside, it becomes whiter.
A bit whitish.
Chopped it up, put it in a juice maker. It extracts the juice. And back to the issue of an empty stomach.
All right.
He drank on an empty stomach an hour before breakfast, an hour before lunch, an hour before supper, 3 times a day. The phytochemicals within the cabbage restored the healing of his stomach lining to a point that in 3 weeks, the healing had been resulted from that. So you begin to realize that, as I mentioned earlier, you can turn your kitchen into a pharmacy.
Wow.
Yeah, adding on to that.
Before you add, flattening the belly, I think for men out there, myself, that's my commitment in today's program.
All of us.
We have to. We're flattening the curve. We're flattening the curve. There's one curve.
I stepped on someone's toes there.
No, this must affect us. Otherwise, it's not going to be important.
I hear you.
Yeah,
we have to flatten the curve, my brother.
Yes, we have to flatten the curve. Yes, and it's a key issue for us to do so because one of another aspect which is destroying marriages is low sexual drive in men. Because one, the stomach is big. Number 2, you are dehydrated. Number 3, systems are not functioning properly because everything is clogged. It's not happening. Now, when you have this book, Healthy Juices, there's a topic where it talks about decrease. If you have a decrease in sexual drive, it gives you reasons why it's low. Number 1 things that is mentioned on this book on page 156 is the stress levels.
Correct.
The COVID pandemic brought a lot of stress within so many homes, and most men are stressed. So when you are stressed, your sexual hormone goes low.
Yeah.
And if you are not physically active, exercise, if you are not eating fruits, vegetables, your sexual drive goes down because you are not putting nutrition into your system. Now, this book then gives you ingredients that are simple that you can find in any grocery store. Talks of plums, pomegranates, passion fruits, water, and maca powder. And then you just put it in a blender, you blend, and then you drink. And apart from drinking, you also do physical exercise. And then when you do physical exercise, you make sure that every time you are drinking, not only this, there's another recipe as well that can help you.
There's a simpler one that I once read. That any man out there who's really having that low sex drive.
Natural Viagra.
Natural Viagra is only watermelon.
Yes.
And the banana.
Watermelon, a banana.
Stop there, gentlemen. Yes. They'll find it in the book. You're in the right direction. You're in the right direction. They'll find it in the book.
So Mto is being a very mean guy here. He's saying I must not give you all the ingredients. But there is a natural Viagra, no side effects. That this book, in fact, it's more than one.
Yes.
Depending on whatever ingredients you can find. So in fact, going back to the point you mentioned, Mto, this book not only matches your organs, but it also matches your organs and the diseases that can affect those organs. And then triangulates that with specific juices.
You got that right.
That can then target those specific organs to restore your health.
That's correct.
And as we discuss this, I'm quite excited. Tell me one more. Maybe you've got another area you may want to focus on in terms of what other benefits do we get from this book? What are the juices would you have? What other organs do benefit?
You're spoiled for choice. At some point, I was coming across someone who was struggling with weight gain.
They were gaining weight.
Get me right.
Or they were struggling to gain more weight.
Correct.
All right.
Initially, we were starting about weight loss.
That's a good problem.
Yes. Not necessarily. I know there are viewers out there who are relating to what I'm saying.
Okay.
They are wanting to gain weight.
All right.
And they've seen that they've done all they can do. They eat simply because they've got a high metabolism. That's one of the reasonings.
All right.
There are many other factors that I will not allude to now.
Yeah.
However, there are drinks that you can take that will empower you to gain
trigger.
weight. To trigger, that's the word I want. That trigger you to gain weight. So you look in the overall picture, you begin to realize that this tool is a must-have in any kitchen.
Yes.
Whether you're male or female,
it
goes a long way to ensure that you develop a healthy lifestyle and don't stop there, you maintain it.
Yeah.
Wow.
Not only in every kitchen, in every office.
100%.
Yes, in
Thank you for that correction.
car, wherever you can take it, you must. This is a must here because of what it brings.
Yeah.
The Bible says in Hosea 4 verse 6, my people are destroyed because of lack of knowledge.
Yes.
We do have knowledge here that can help families, it can help children, it can help men. I can testify from my own experience that if you drink these juices, your life will not be the same. Cognitively, physically, and even family. There's a smoothie that we normally make with our children, where you put your bananas and your nuts and you put your flaxseed. It's for the children. My son, who is 3 years old, can't wait. Say, Dad, can you please blend? Because of the experience that we have and how you feel after. It's not only good in taste, but also health. It's quite good.
So let's bring this to a close. I mean, we could go on and on.
Indeed.
And on. But I guess Umto is quite clear. He's not going to give you much today. You have to get the book, because this book is not only meant for your organs, but it's also meant to tell you which diseases may affect you and how to reverse them naturally using juices. They're called healthy juices, and they target each and every aspect of your body. Surely you need this. So maybe let's bring this to a close. Any remarks you may have, To?
Indeed. All I want to remind the viewers out there is that so many of us take our cars very seriously.
All right.
And I'll be very frank with you. Many out there are religious as to when they take their cars to service. They're particular about changing their tires at particular times.
Yes.
And the question I always ask, how often do you ensure that your body is serviced? Remember, our bodies are the temples of the Lord. And it is our prerogative and it is mandatory to ensure that we maintain good health. It's about time that as much as we religiously service our cars or our vehicles, we ensure that our bodies are consistently serviced to ensure that we maintain a healthy lifestyle.
You put the right oil, the right grade,
100%.
in the right car. And the right fuel. Sometimes even the highest grade of diesel.
True.
You don't just put the basic one.
True.
Because you're worried your filters might start complaining.
Clog up.
But the question is, do we ever consider the filters of our systems?
May the Lord help us.
The filters, talking of liver, talking of kidneys, talking of pancreas. And I wanted to ask to the viewers out there, I won't give you these statistics, but go and Google, check on the news. How many billions are being spent on alcohol in South Africa and other countries around the world? And what are the results of what we are seeing in our society based on what they are drinking? It's high time for us to also invest in drinks and knowledge, power-packed, which will help our families to live a healthful lifestyle and to give. God gave us the gift of life, and in this life we should live a healthful lifestyle, as the verse that you quoted, 1 Corinthians 10 verse 31. Whether therefore you eat or drink or whatever you do it to the glory of God. So when we invest in materials like this, it will then help us to live a healthful lifestyle within our own homes, and then God will help us to live a purposeful life when we are in our communities where we spend most of our time in.
Amen. Indeed. Gentlemen, I want to put you on the spot here. This looks very voluminous, very big. Is the cost too expensive? Let's give the viewers out there, how much would they need to fork out to get this book?
Well, I usually ask, how much do they be charged for consultation?
At the hospital?
Follow my chain of thought, and I'm glad you're saying at the hospital.
Yeah.
But even before we get there, to the doctor. An average consultation fee. Give me an average consultation fee.
I would say maybe 450,
450. Thank you so much for being open. I'll talk the lower end, 450. While it's just still there, you've got a family of 4.
All right.
Right? You're sitting in a picture like that with the potential of requiring consultation with the doctor in a year.
So if we are 4 of us,
do the maths. You're talking about plus or minus 2K altogether.
Yeah.
Remember, let me put it unequivocally. I'm not saying this is replacing the doctor.
All right.
But this is working hand in glove with the doctor. And some of the things you rush to the doctors for can be prevented before you even go there.
Yeah.
Now, to the intelligent viewer out there, I'm talking prevention and reversal.
Yes.
With this in your home, it won't cost you 2,000. It won't even cost you 1,000. It's only 860 rand.
And then you're done for a
lifetime. And then you're done. And I'm saying you pass this down generations.
Yeah. It's cheap.
Wow.
860. It's actually cheaper, considering what you are going to be knowing and what you apply.
Indeed.
And if let's say one family invests in this book, how many relatives do you have?
Oh man, we're a big clan.
You have families on WhatsApp groups that you can talk with. You can then tell them now, this is the way we should live, because one person invested. So if you're a WhatsApp group if you have belong to a family that is WhatsApp group of 100 people, you can then let them know that when it comes to detoxifying your liver, we now have a doctor in the form of a book. This is what you need to do. So one person who invests can even educate the whole family. And just by taking one picture and tell them these are the ingredients, work in line with your doctor, and you can drink. So it saves a lot in the future, and it's cheap.
And not only for families. Let me also pitch this at a higher level. Government offices.
Indeed.
Let me pitch this at healthy clinics, lifestyle clinics, people who are dealing with the elderly, people who are into nutrition.
Very true.
And are doing media projects with national broadcasters.
It's a must.
Physiotherapists. You can talk of.
Yeah. So please, gentlemen, ladies, we've put the contact details at the bottom of this screen. In the author's words, let me finish with these words. As he says, drinking is easy, fast, enjoyable, and refreshing. And in the same manner as eating, drinking can be the cause of an illness or a healing remedy. It will depend on which drinks are chosen, like we said earlier on.
Very crucial.
Billions.
It is the author's desire that the proposed beverages in this book contribute to the health, well-being, and enjoyment of the reader. So please get in touch with these two gentlemen. The contacts, like I said, they're on the screen, they're in the description of this video. May the Lord bless you. I wish above all things that you may prosper, but also be in good health.
Amen. Through
healthy juices. This is the printed page in the digital age saying, God bless you and see you on the next episode. My friend, thank you so much. You've taken your time to watch this video. You've been blessed. You've been wondering, how do we get to create such videos and share them to you for free? No. They are not for free, my friends. We do spend a lot of time, money, and equipment to generate these videos. And that's why I'm here to invite you, if you have not already done so, to subscribe to MelVee Broadcasting Network, particularly to join this YouTube channel and all our other platforms, and send us your donations. So please click the join button and send us your monthly donations. You can also go to PayPal. If you're out of Africa or wherever, you can send us your PayPal donation. Just go to the details that we're showing you down there and send us your donations on a monthly basis. Obviously, we also have a bank account. I've put the details right there. Send us your donations so that we can do these and many more projects we have of quality media products. We really want to use this platform to prepare you, your family, your friends, and your colleagues to be ready for the coming of Jesus Christ. He is about to come. And this is a small opportunity you and I have to use your blessing to bless us, that we may bless others. So God bless you as you consider sponsoring this ministry. MelVee Broadcasting Network is a divine voice out of Africa. God bless you.